What's good, everyone? It's Blackbeard What Ifs here with my third and final one for the night. Hopefully, these videos should last you all a while. Hopefully, I hope so. If not, well, damn, I don't really know what to tell y'all. But this is my third and final video for the night. This is part 3 to What If Naruto Was a Symbiote. And yeah, I know the last video cut out. The last What If Naruto was a symbiote video, that one cut out. However, I don't care. So, yeah, I know I said sorry for it. And new year, new me. I don't really care that much. So, yeah. I'm talking because with me talking so much, these 3 videos, they're helping me get all this energy out of the way so that when I actually have to talk to people, I'm a lot less talkative because I realize that's a problem of mine. So, really, you all are helping me. So, thanks. So, where we left off, Naruto was kind of transforming almost. He was wreathing in pain and just moving back and forth, kind of scratching at his neck, just kind of screaming on pain. He's like, ah, ah. And like Naruto is just rolling on the ground as the sound ninja are approaching. And one sound ninja kicks Naruto back and starts like shooting sound at him. And Naruto's screaming in pain as you can see the symbiote, you can see Naruto kind of falling apart almost. He's just kind of falling apart and getting weak and falling unconscious as Sasuke would jump in and try and shoot a fireball at one of the sound ninja, but yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot. And Hinata tries to jump in too, but no, not that. She doesn't do anything either. Like, basically, she gets knocked back almost as quickly as Sasuke does. And Sakura tries to do something, and yeah, it's Sakura. I think y'all know how it went. But eventually, Naruto's screaming in pain and everything, but no, he falls unconscious, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna have to bring him to Orochimaru when we're done with these two or with these 3." As they would make their way, the Sound Ninja would make their way over to Team 7 without Naruto, and would basically just start blasting them with sound waves, like just absolutely berating them with sound to the point where it actually could kill them. Enough sound waves, and yeah, they may just die. But all of a sudden, one sound ninja just starts coughing up blood, and they're like, "What the heck?" As they all look towards him, like they all look towards the sound ninja, as that certain ninja has a spike through his stomach. As that ninja would, that singular sound ninja would turn around and then immediately just get his head cut off. As they're all like, "What the hell?" As they turn and they see Naruto, but with the curse mark activated. And basically, the curse mark, seeing how Naruto isn't technically a living person, Orochimaru can't take over his body. So in other words, Naruto gets all the benefits of the curse mark without any of the bad parts of it. So yeah. And basically, Naruto would look at all of them, and basically, this is what Naruto looks like. He looks like a straight up demon, straight out of hell, like just full on monster. And no, Naruto, he has an actual mouth now, so he has the mouth, he has the claws out. He's slashing at them and everything, and just slashing, clawing at them, kicking them, using tendrils, like they're using everything in the book. As eventually Naruto, actually due to this, would learn how to transform back. So basically, once Naruto's done beating the hell out of the Sound Ninja, Naruto would transform back and he would go into his actual human form. As once he transforms back, he looks at them and he's like, "Okay, let's start moving." As they look at them and they look at him and they're like, "Naruto?" As he's like, "Huh? No, you can just call me Toxin. You all don't get to call me Naruto. Except for you, Hinata. You can call me Naruto." You two, however, yeah, nah, I don't like y'all. As no, Hinata, she's kind of shocked that, well, her crush, her lifelong crush, isn't dead. So yeah, she's very shocked about that. As Naruto just kind of starts walking, and they can see the curse mark on his neck, but they're not really paying attention to it because it's obviously not hurting him in any type of way. But while they're walking away, immediately a sound ninja gets up and tries to attack Hinata. You killed my he's like, you killed my best friend. I'll kill you for that. And the sound ninja goes to try and attack Hinata, but immediately Naruto forms a blade. Like, a blade comes from Naruto's arm, and he just turns around and slices off that dude's head. Like, clean as hell. Like, perfect symmetry. Cut his head off. And in one slice, when he cut his head off, Naruto would do a roundhouse kick and kick the dude's head, like, kick it into the forest. As Naruto would make the blade go away, as Naruto would then transform back to his regular toxin form, as he's like, okay, Hinata, get on my back, and you all just hold on, I guess. As Hinata gets on his back, and Naruto has tendrils come out of his, like, back as well, and they latch on to Sakura and Sasuke. As Naruto just jumps off. He leaps off, he has the scrolls, and he's just jumping from tree to tree all the way to the, like, central building, or the main building. And when Naruto makes it there with Team 7, they make it there. The only other team there is, what's his name? Gaara. The only other team there is Gaara's team. As Naruto, he's just kind of sitting there, and he's like, alright, now let's open the scrolls. And they open the scrolls, and once they open them and everything and get everything situated, or like activate the scrolls, I can't remember how it goes, but once they do everything needed with the scrolls, all of a sudden in a plume of smoke comes out Kakashi and Iruka, both saying that they passed the test, or like they passed the first exam, or second exam, whatever the hell it was. As Naruto's like, all right, cool, nice, I'm all right with that. As Naruto goes and he sits down somewhere and just kind of goes to sleep, Hinata walks over, sits next to him, and ends up falling asleep on his shoulder, and he's just kind of chilling there. As Naruto would just kind of, he would be chill. Naruto would be very chill right now. He's just kind of chilling. Chilling like a villain. That's about it. So for several days, like almost a week, they all the different exam, like all the people doing the exam, they all come in, and when they all come in and everything, like everyone comes in, everyone gets situated and everything, as they get to the preliminary rounds. And if I remember correctly, the first round up was Naruto versus Kiba. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Well, now it's Naruto versus Kiba. And basically, how that fight goes, it goes much different than in canon. So instead of Naruto winning just by a little hair, yeah, no. Yeah, nah, Kiba gets, Naruto ran Kiba's fade. I'm sorry, like, to anyone who thinks Kiba's strong, I'm sorry, y'all are stupid. Because Kiba is dog water. Like, he's ass, alright? Like, nah, So, yeah, Kiba gets, no, Kiba had to run the ones with Naruto and promptly got his shit ran. So, Naruto ends up winning that round, and really, Naruto didn't even have to do anything. It's just kind of hit him with a couple taijutsu moves, kick him into a wall, beat him further into the wall, and yeah, just like that, the fight was over. And basically, everything goes as normal for that, I guess. Yeah, everything goes as normal. And, like, all the other rounds are normal. I'm not really finna go too much in depth with them, cause like y'all have seen Naruto, y'all know how the rest of this stuff would go. Just kind of imagine Naruto with additional abilities for his fights, and yeah, that's basically it for my what ifs. But uh, basically, once the preliminary round's over, they're like, okay, yeah, in a month or so, yeah, in about like I think it was a month or two, we're gonna be having the official rounds. The official rounds, as you know, Naruto's like, all right, cool, and he just goes off on his own training. Well, at least that's what he thinks, because little does he know he's being followed by all of Team 7. Because, yeah, they're still a little suspicious as to how Naruto is alive, so they're like, yeah, let's follow him. Well, they forced Hinata to come, but yeah. As Naruto, he's on his own and everything. He's just doing his thing, being Naruto, being a good Uzumaki boy, as usual. And Naruto would turn his head at this bathhouse and he would see this dude with long hair with these markings on his face at kind of peeping into the woman's bathroom or whatever it was, spa or whatever though you call it. As Naruto would literally just like form a tendril. Like, no, a tendril would just come out of his back and he would shoot a projectile straight at this mysterious man. As the man would immediately just kind of jump out of the way and look at Naruto, and he would be like, "Hey, kid, why were you? What was that for?" As Naruto's like, "Why were you peeping on them?" And no, the old man's like, "It wasn't peeping. I was doing research." As Naruto's like, yeah, whatever you say. You're a perv, okay." And Naruto starts walking away. As no, the old man's like, "Wait, home. What's your name, kid?" As well as no, Naruto, he would look at the old man or the white-haired individual, and he would say, "Well, I like my nickname is Toxin, but I guess you could call me Naruto." As the white-haired dude would just kind of look at him, and he's like, "Wait, Naruto?" As the Naruto, he would look at the white-haired man, and he would be like, "Yeah, that's my name." As he's like, "Oh, well, I'm Jiraiya, so I'm Jiraiya, the Toad Sage, one of the legendary Sanin. Would you like to train with me?" As Naruto's like, "Well, I mean, what can you really offer me? Because I'm already kind of powerful as it is. So, I mean, what do you want?" As no, basically, Jiraiya would take Naruto out to the field. As Jiraiya's like, "Well, you want to try learning this?" As Jiraiya would hold out his hand, and all of a sudden, this blue orb would start to kind of form and appear in his hand. As no, immediately, Jiraiya's or Naruto's like, "Hey, what's that ability? Or what's that power that you have?" As he's like, "Well, I like to call it the Rasengan. You want to try and learn it, kid?" As Naruto's like, "Hell yeah. That looks cool as hell. Let me learn it." As Naruto is thinking to himself, he's like, "Alright, seeing how I'm kind of friends with the Nine Tails, I wonder what would happen if I were to put some of the Nine Tails chakra into this. Use some of that good Nine Tails chakra. See how that would work." And, or at least that's what Naruto's thinking in his mind. He doesn't actually tell Jiraiya that, because Jiraiya still doesn't know that Naruto has kind of gotten along with the Nine Tails. Like, they're not fully friends yet, but they are actually chummy with each other, pretty chill. Not friends, but still pretty cool with each other. More like very close acquaintances. Yeah, that's about it. But Naruto, over the course of these couple months, would actually learn the Rasengan. And Naruto would ask the old man, or Naruto would ask Jiraiya, he's like, "Hey, do you mind coming with me to look at a couple of my matches?" As Jiraiya's like, "Well, I mean, sure, I don't mind." And Jiraiya goes to watch Naruto's matches, see what Naruto's fights are gonna be like. Cause I mean, hey, Minato's kid. I mean, I'd be wanting to see that fight too. So the first battle up, it was of course the Hinata versus Neji fight, and that basically goes as canon with Hinata taking a fat L and basically getting stopped by almost every Jonin sensei there is. And when that happens, basically once that happens, Naruto gets actually very pissed to the point where like the image here, his tendrils are starting to kind of get out of control because someone literally while Naruto was sitting in the stands, someone went to try and just mess with Naruto because he looks like a monster, so try to mess with him. And yeah, Naruto's tendrils acted on their own and grabbed that random person and just threw him outside of the arena. Like literally just tossed this man outside the stadium. He is gone. He's dead somewhere because he probably hit a tree or hit something on the way down and died. So yeah. But no one knows and no one cares. So yeah. And so basically with Naruto, like I said, he's very pissed right now. He really wants to hurt Neji. So Naruto's like, alright, once my match comes up, ooh, Neji, you about to catch these. You're about to catch these hands. And Naruto, he is sitting there anxiously waiting for his match. And once the time comes, they're like, okay, first up, Neji Hyuga, the prodigy of the Hyuga clan. As he comes out, everyone's cheering him on and everything. The whole Hyuga clan is in their little part watching Neji. As immediately the other, like the referee or whatever you call him, he turns and he's like, and on the other side, we have a newcomer to the Leaf. And here comes Toxin. As when Toxin walks out, only a couple people cheer him on. One of those people being Jiraiya, the other one being Hinata, who was wounded but not badly wounded. Like she got healed. As Naruto is looking at Neji and he's like, "Hope you know I'm gonna beat the hell out of you." And Neji's like, "Huh, please. It's a part of fate that I'm going to win. It's my destiny after all." As Naruto's like, yeah, whatever helps you sleep at night, because I'm really about to put you to sleep. As immediately the referee or wherever his name was, he just says, "Go!" As Naruto immediately just transforms and he blitzes towards Neji, and he starts like throwing just a flurry of attacks at Neji, just throwing slash after claw after claw after slash, like he's just sending attacks at Neji. And eventually Neji hits one of Naruto's pressure points. As Naruto backs up a little and Neji keeps hitting Naruto's pressure points and he keeps hitting them, and Naruto realizes that this is gonna hurt a lot if he doesn't, back up. So Naruto, he jumps back as Naruto's like, "Alright, I want to try this out, and you just gave me a good reason to." As Naruto would hold out his hand, as a blue ball would start to form within his hand, as the ball would actually be a lot bigger than usual. It would be about the size of like a beach ball. Yeah, it would be about the size of a beach ball. So, Naruto's holding a relatively big Rasengan in his hand, as then Naruto would begin to coat his arm in Nine-Tails Chakra, which then would coat the Rasengan in Nine-Tails Chakra, giving the Rasengan a reddish, like, layer or a reddish aura around it. As slowly but surely, the Rasengan itself just turns red. Like, it just turns into a deep red with a bright red aura, as Naruto would just basically just flash step behind Neji, and then just hit him square in the back, as he would just say, "Vermilion Rasengan!" and just send Neji flying into the wall, which really, from that, Neji should have backed out, but he chose not to. So everything else, no longer on Naruto. So, everyone watches that and they're like, "Damn, homeboy got knocked the hell out." As Neji would get up from the wall and he's like, "I won't lose to you, not today." As he's throwing punches at Naruto, but now Naruto is actually kind of blocking and throwing more punches back at Neji as as eventually Naruto's like, you know what? You're not even really worth me being like this. As Naruto would kind of have his hand behind him like he's pulling up something, and right as Naruto transforms back, he puts his hood up. And they're all like, why'd he put his hood up? As Naruto would just kind of raise his leg. You know, he would have both of his fists up like he's about to start boxing, but then he would raise his leg, and Naruto's leg would literally, once again, get coated in Chroma's chakra, which would cause his leg to start heating up to the point where it looks like his leg is just damn near glowing from just how hot it is. As Neji's like, what is this? And Neji's like, know what? It doesn't matter. I'll defeat you anyway. And he would go to throw like a palm strike at Naruto. As immediately Naruto would just say, Flambage, Shato, and just immediately hit Neji square in the damn chest, which would cause fire to get knocked from the back of Neji, like cause fire to come from Neji's back, because like it went through him in a sense. As Neji backs up and everything, he coughs up blood. Naruto would reel his arm back as his arm would stretch out due to the symbiote, and Naruto would cause his hand to get covered in Kuruma's chakra again, and he would just send his elongated arm at Neji as he would just say, Red Hawk, and just hit Neji once again square in the chest, which sends him back again. No, once more. So really, to be honest, he's not doing so well. Neji ain't doing so well. And literally for the final thing Naruto does, Naruto transforms back to his regular toxin form as he would raise his leg once more. And the moment he raises his leg, he just stomps it back onto the ground and puts his hand in like a chopping motion. As he just moves his hand down, like he moves his hand downward in like a horizontal slash, or like a vertical slash. And the moment he's done with the slash, Naruto just says, one no sword style, Dragon Quake. As immediately, out of nowhere, blood would just splurt from Neji's chest as he's like, as Neji would just fall onto the ground, unconscious. And Naruto would just walk away, not saying a single thing. Just leaving Neji there to bleed out. As everyone's like, well, as basically the referee's like, okay, Toxin wins. As they're all like, the hell? Like, everyone's like, what? How? He's the Hyuga prodigy. How did he get beat so easily? And the answer to that is, cause the Hyuga prodigy sucks ass compared to a symbiote, alright? Like, okay, yeah, chakra points is not beating this. So, I mean, yeah. But Naruto walks, back to the stage and everything, where he sits down and he's just chilling. He's like, alright, now, let's hope the fun really starts. Or Naruto's like, alright, I have a feeling like we're about to be in for some real fun, guys. As, Team 7 and Jiraiya would kind of look at Naruto and they're like, what do you mean? And that's where I'm going to leave this one off for now. I know not that long. I know all three of my videos were like 23, 24 minutes. But at the same time, I don't know how much space I have on my phone. I'm tired of them cutting out. So for the time being, it's going to stop at 20-something. No, maybe at the most it'll go to 30 if I really wanted to. But yeah, we're stopping it here now. Alright, guys? Sorry. I'll try to make longer videos if that's what y'all want. But yeah. And I want you all to comment below. What were those attacks that Naruto used in the fight against the Neji? I'll give you all a hint. They're all from the same anime. And hopefully, if I have any fans of that anime out there, y'all know what it is. So, please tell me, what was the ability, or what were those attacks that Naruto just used against Neji? All three of them that he used, okay? And with that out of the way, I don't really have much else to say. So, I mean, yeah. So, this is Blackbeard What Ifs signing off. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.